Welcome to my latest series of videos. This time I'm featuring my secret track player, which is just my favorite track player of all time. My secret track player is purpose-built software for the working musician to be operated on stage. My secret track player can play MIDI files, it can play MP3s, it can play WAV files, it can play karaoke MIDI, it can play CDG files, and possibly even more. I don't know, but that covers what I need to do, that's for sure. So, apart from actually playing the files, it also displays text. In the screen configuration I've got here, I've got a big space on the right here, and that can be text. It can be any text that I decide to type in there, or it could be the lyrics of the song. Obviously that could be handy. It could be chords to the song, or it could be chords and lyrics. And the chords are transposable, by the way. So if you change the key of a song, the chords change as well. So how cool is that? Alright, as far as the screen size goes, well, look here, I'm using a small Dell netbook computer. I think, what have I got, 7 or 10 inch? I think I've got a 10-inch screen here. It might be 7. Anyway, the point is, choose the computer size that suits you. You can have a giant one, you could have a 17-inch screen, you could use a desktop computer with a 22-inch screen. It doesn't matter. Alright, what does matter is that you set this up to suit yourself, or if you like, I can even set it up for you and send you out a completely working package. But anyway, here we go. So I just use a small netbook computer. Now my eyes aren't too good, so if you have a look at the screen the way I've set it up, I've got a dark blue background, I've got white text showing me my songs in the set and my song list down the bottom here. And that can all be changed, but I've got the text fairly big, so it's easy to read at any distance, so I don't have to be straining to see what I'm doing. Okay, so totally flexible visual setup. Set it up the way that suits you. I've got my recommendations, but you can set it up any way you like. Okay, my secret track player lives in Windows XP, Windows 2000, Windows Vista, or Windows 7. If the computer can run those operating systems, it can run this software. Okay, this software comes with a foot switch, and the foot switch has to be plugged in for it to be operating. Foot switch is very handy. It plugs in via USB, and it allows you to do lots of different things, but in the default mode, start and stop. How about that? That's just simple, and makes great sense, especially if you've got your hands full playing an instrument or don't want to appear to be touching the device too often. You can just start and stop things with your foot. Very nice touch. Okay, I've already given you a little bit of a tour of the screen. Like I said, we've got your set here will come up. We've got a track list down the bottom here. You can pick songs from either or, and we'll go into that more later. We've got a timer here that shows you how. Let's just, I'm going to hit the space bar and start the currently highlighted song. Here we go. This is a WAV file. It's not MIDI, it's not MP3, but a WAV file. So up here we've got some like little VU meters. I could make those a lot bigger, but I don't really need them to be bigger in my configuration here. We've got here a progress. This is a song progress bar. If I want to use a mouse, and I usually don't, but if I'm maybe just rehearsing or playing around with this, I can use the mouse. I can go to anywhere in the track just by clicking with the mouse. I can also use keystrokes to advance or go back in the track as well. Or if I hit escape, it will just rewind. It will stop and rewind to the beginning so I can restart the track. Did you get that? Escape and spacebar to restart. If I hit the spacebar, it stops and waits, and if I hit the spacebar again, it just continues on. So that consider that as pause and play. Escape is stop and rewind. Okay, there's let's have a look at some of the controls. You can do everything with a mouse, but you can also do everything you need to do on stage with simple keystrokes. The F keys all have pretty important jobs. For example, with just using a single keystrokes, you can do things like start the track, pause the track, continue, rewind to the beginning, speed up the track, slow down the track, change the key up, change the key down, jump ahead, jump back, load a new set, choose another song, and so on and so on and so on. Everything you need to do on stage. Let's just stop this track now. Let's go to the next track, and I'm going to use the down arrow. There it is. If I didn't use the down arrow, when the first track finished, it would simply go to the next track, highlight it, and wait for me to start it. By default, that's the way it's set to go. I can set it to go on automatically from one song to another, but I've got it in this mode so that it just gets ready to play the next track. Okay, so let's hit the go button on the next track. This is a MIDI file. Okay, so now what we're listening to is an internal MIDI synth built into the software, not the computer, but built into the software. So it doesn't matter what computer you're using, you can use these MIDI sounds if you like. They actually sound pretty cool. And the track's not sounding real cool at the moment because I need to change something. Let's go to the mixer, and I'm going to get that calliope sound here, and I'm going to turn its volume down, and then I'm just going to hit escape. Right, cool. So notice that there's no text here at the side, no lyrics or anything. You know, I could press the F4 key, and I can come up with a lyrics editor, and I can type in anything I like. I could even type myself a note like, don't forget to go and buy a coffee after this set, whatever it might be. Or I can type in the lyrics of the song. If the lyrics take up more than one screen, then guess what? They gently scroll through as the file plays through, and you know, pseudo-synchronize to the song. It actually works. And what I discovered the other day, which has just blown me away, like this program always does, is that if I've got a text file that's got the lyrics of the song in it, all I have to do is make sure the text file is in the same folder here. I'll just go here and rename it. This is just something I've set up to just show you that feature. Alright, so just imagine I've just imported a text file and I've called it sundaymorning.txt. If I go back here to my secret track player, now the text file, because it's got the same name as my MIDI file or WAV file or MP3, it automatically just appears there next to the song. And watch this, when I hit go, by the way, oh yeah, it's remembered that, that's cool. I'm going to hit escape. Whenever I have a window open that I don't need or want anymore, I just hit escape and it just goes. That's fantastic. And just watch this. There's obviously more lyrics available here than you can see at once, and look what's happening. It's just automatically and gently scrolling through the lyrics. It knows how long the file's going to be, it knows how long the how many rows of text it's got to show, so it's just generally going through that so that they'll both finish at the same time, and there's a pretty good chance the lyrics you need are going to be on the screen when you need it. That, I think, is just so intelligent. It's just such a clever thing. Alright, so I'm playing a song here from the set, and I can go up and down using the up and down arrows and choose anything out of my set. Look, I can even change a set on the run, even whilst that piece of music is, let's say, still playing. I can be adding another song and put in my set down here, and I'm actually modifying the set. I can even drag that up to go up and be in a particular order. So, how easy was that? Basically, we've got my set list here and we've got my track list here. I've only got a handful of tracks here in this video, so that I can demonstrate to you on this video. So, but I could have thousands of tracks here. There's no limit, and there's no limit to how many sets I can have. There's no limit to how many songs in a set I can have. Okay, in fact, I'll just show you how easy it is to add new songs to my secret track player.